It's another beautiful time out with Joy Ejisun. I want to have straight talk with couples, and I'll be talking about forgiveness in marriage and how to forgive. Before I go ahead, I'm a professional counselor. I'm into marriage and to child rearing relationship. And today, I want to talk about forgiveness in marriage and how to forgive your spouse. Why am I speaking about forgiveness in marriage? Forgiveness is very important in a marital relationship if we want to have a lasting and blissful relationship. So, and what is forgiveness? To me, forgiveness is the act of forgiving according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, and to me is the act of pardoning an offender of his or her offense or misconduct. So now, how do you forgive? Number one thing, as a married person, if you're offended in your spouse, learn to have a healthy conversation. Let your husband or wife, your spouse know, I am offended, I don't like this. A healthy conversation that will not lead to misunderstanding or quarreling so that you can resolve the matter. Number two, learn to let go of hurts when you are offended by your spouse or by anybody. Learn to let go of hurts. That's number two on how to forgive your spouse. Number three, avoid being vindictive. Don't always want to take revenge over every offense from your spouse. Because the more you like to take offense, the more difficult it will be, to take revenge, the more difficult it will be for you to forgive your spouse. Meaning, if you want to be a forgiving spouse, then don't be vindictive. Number four, learn to accept your spouse the way they are. We are adults in marital relationship. Marriage is not for children. So changing an adult is not an easy thing. So there are some things you just have to learn to accept with your spouse. The Bible says, love covereth multitude of sin. There are little things you just have to overlook. So, and in that process, you are learning to take your spouse the way he or she is. When you know who your spouse is and you've learned to accept them the way they are, it helps you to forgive. That is, you can say, this is my husband, this is how he behaves, this is my wife, this is how she behaves. It makes it easy for you to forgive. Number five, avoid going to bed angry. No matter what I said, learn to let go of hurts. So when your spouse offends you, please avoid going to bed angry, because when you go to bed angry, you don't have a stress-free sleep most often, and most often you wake up being more angry. So let go of the odds and look for a conducive time to discuss about it. That's number 5 point on how to do what? To forgive your spouse. How to forgive your spouse. Give your time, self-time to heal. It depends on the weight of the offense. If you are seriously offended, give your time, self-time to heal. With time, you will heal. Avoid going back to it, thinking about it, and avoid thinking and enlarging the seriousness of the issue. So give yourself time to heal. And with time, you will heal, even if it's cheating. If you make up your mind to forgive your spouse, you will. And you will heal with time. We react to issues differently. We forgive differently. But I'm saying, if you want a healthy marital relationship, you have to learn to forgive your spouse. Number 7, always make up your mind to forgive. Once you make up your mind to forgive, it might take time, it might go through process, but surely you will forgive your spouse. So I'm saying no matter the offense, always make up your mind to do what? To forgive your spouse. Number 8, focus on the present. Stop referring to the past. Some people like saying you did this 5 years ago, you did it 10 years ago, you did it till yesterday. When you keep referring to the past, you will find it difficult to forgive your spouse. So I'm saying learn to put the past behind you and focus on the present. And lastly, point 9, learn to be empathic. You are human, you can equally offend your spouse. So all you might not do the same thing because you are different. That doesn't mean you cannot offend your spouse. So be empathic. When we say someone is empathic, you put yourself in people's position. So when you are empathic, forgiveness will be easy for you. So I'm saying, as couples, if we want a blissful, lasting relationship, we should learn to forgive one another. Forgiveness is key to a blissful relationship. Forgiveness is key to having a strong relationship. And as humans, we are bound to offend one another. Let us know this because as humans, we all have our human flaws. So I'm encouraging couples this morning, learn to forgive. Thank you. You can equally subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.